So I wanted to talk a little bit today about beltless training and specifically its applications in powerlifting. So a lot of people are going to say that training beltless strengthens the core. Maybe that's true for some people, but in my experience, first of all, core activation has been shown to be higher wearing a belt than not wearing a belt. So I don't really like that activation argument. Also, if your core strength is going to be the limiting factor in the movement, whether or not you're wearing a belt, then I think it's better to just wear one. And I also believe that there are more direct and efficient ways to train the core than just training beltless, and I prefer to do those. But I do think that beltless training typically does force you to think a little bit more about your technique, your bracing and positioning, and for that reason it may be beneficial as a variation or a teaching movement for both squat and deadlift. It's also a self-limiting variation, which means most of the time you simply can't use as much weight, which can be good within a program for bringing down the total training load and the training volume where needed. And I think finally it could also be beneficial from like a phasic potentiation standpoint, meaning if you do a block of beltless training, for example, you might expect when you do your next block with a belt on that you would get a little bit of a boost in performance from that. And for those reasons, I think it can be beneficial at certain times. Let me know what you think in the comments.